I recently had a buyer's client looking in the C01 municipality of downtown Toronto, as well as a new condo listing coming very soon in the same area. I figure I provide you an update in this area and a deeper perspective on the condo market in prime downtown Toronto from an active real estate agent. If you are curious about it, as of May of 2022, stick around right after this. Hi, welcome back to AV Team Real Estate Channel. I'm Antonio, a local condo specialist in the GTA. If at any point you have any questions about the real estate market, comment down below or schedule a call with us using the link in the description. And as always, if you find our videos informative, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel so that you won't miss our weekly video that we put out. This is the map of Toronto, Canada, and today we are going to talk about Toronto. And let's zoom in here. Specifically, we are going to talk about the municipality of C01. And you may ask, what is C01? And here's a lot of section that we can explore. We are going to talk about the C01 section, which is this area here. The border will be in the north is Bloor Street, and anything to the east side of Yonge Street, and to the west we have the border of closer to Lansdowne Avenue, and all the way to the bottom here to the lakefront, which is the harborfront. And why this is important section of the Toronto downtown? In this area, they consist of high density of condominiums. They are located close to the downtown area. We have the Kensington Market Fashion District. Inside the CN Tower area will be the Entertainment District. And we have a very important section of West, Queen West, and the harborfront. So now you have a better understanding when realtor talk to you about the section C01, then you know exactly where we're referring to. I would like to walk you through the analysis process with you. As an example, I have a client that expressed interest on a 1-bedroom plus 10 unit resale condo in C1 district, and this is 12 York at Ice condominium right in the intersection of York and Gardiner. We could use this example as a reference if you are interested in a 1-bedroom plus 10 unit in this area, and I will update you with the past sold data, and especially since the highest price traded in the beginning of the year in January and February, and also looking through the prices when the interest rate hike started in March and see how that affected the pricing. As a reminder that not all condos in the same area are priced the same. Condition and age of the building also are factors that make it different, but you could use this as an example and reference. Here's the location. So here's York and Gardiner. This two building is actually Ice condominium that she expressed the interest, and we're gonna use this as a reference. So those are some of the comparables from 12 York and 14 York, the two buildings of Ice condos. It is actually sorted by sold dates starting in the December of 2021, going from January up to May of this year as of time of recording. All these are units from 1 bedroom with the tent. Starting from the top, the date that was sold is in December 1st of 2021. We have a low unit. Usually the higher floor has the more value. So lower floors such as the 4th floor, it could be a little bit lower in terms of price, and it took 53 days on the market to get sold. You could also tell this is not the time period where there were lots of multiple offers. And moving to the next comparable, it took 24 days to be sold, and this is just the same time period. Since this is a higher floor, it has to have 20,000 more in terms of the purchasing price. Now moving to the next one, which is the 44th floor, we can expect a little bit higher in terms of price. It took 49 days, which is quite long to be honest. It actually still went up in price, got sold at 600,000. So we know the pricings have went up to 600,000 by the time we enter the new year. The next comparable is already, people are expecting much more, and we all know that since the January the price has been gone up. Maybe not in this particular building, but we know that in terms of general area it went up quite a bit. The seller expected more. It ended up having an 85,000 more comparing the most recent sale. However, this one took quite some time. The seller had a lot of patience and got his price. Now moving to the later time on the January, you can see all these units that were sold has almost single digits in terms of days on the market, meaning that they could be under multiple offers. The price here, it seems like 569, but this doesn't tell you that price has gone down. If you see the maintenance compared to the last one, it's probably lesser, meaning that they are smaller in terms of unit. This doesn't mean the price has gone down, and also the floor is lower. Now moving to the next few units, you can see the price is already starting to reach over 700,000 in the late January. Like the days will be under 14 days, 11 days. We can notice it might be under multiple offers. So looking through the data, we can see during March, the price didn't drop quite a bit. And we know that the interest rate hike starting of March, but the market didn't react as fast as the data suggests, right? So it still have a gradual increase, and we can see the difference when it reaches in April, when the market's starting to react a bit in this specific building. We spoke about a specific condo in nice condominium in C1 district. Now let's look at the number for the C01 area overall. Starting in January, the average price was 815,328. There were 393 sales during the month, and the average days on the market was 22. As we expected, the average price moved up in February at 839,000, and the number of sales also went up at 478, and even lesser on days on the market at 12. Same expectation we have for March, which the average price went up almost 891,000, with the higher amount of sales at 528 and the least days on the market at 10. In general, the peak that we all know started in the beginning of the year and went frenzy throughout until the Bank of Canada decided to increase the interest rate to cool it down in March. As we expect, the average price did come down a bit at 854,000, and so is the number of sales at 370, but still relatively low in day on the market at 13. Now let's look at the median average price for more accurate representation of the value of the condo in the C01. In the world of real estate, I would like to refer to median average rather than the average price, since a higher value property could skew the average number. And take note that the median price at 781,000 both in February and March didn't go down too much and stay almost the same. In April, if we compare, the median price is actually dropped about 20,000 from March. So what that tells us is that the interest rate hike didn't affect that much of the C01 area. But as the sales number did go down, it also helped the inventory overall in the market, and it opened up more buyers' choice. In general, the condo market was strong in the first quarter of 2022, but we noticed the market slowing down after the rate hike in March, and I expect the market to be quiet for another couple of months due to another rate hike in June. In terms of prices, they are still pretty solid. No one is panic selling. I see there are many headlines talking about the biggest drop, the market crashing, and so on. Yes, I say that is pretty much the case in the 905 area and other area outside of Toronto, because they had the most price increases during the pandemic. However, after walking you through my example and overall downtown Toronto condos, they didn't suffer a major drop off, but in fact they are rebounding the most compared to other areas. As I spoke in many previous videos, I predicted that the real estate market will shift from the freehold homes to condo market, because the condos will be the easiest to enter the market due to the price point. Furthermore, as the city of Toronto approaches the endemic, people will return to downtown for jobs, which is why areas like 905 will have experienced the greatest price decline and sales volume. So this is the monetary policy report that just released in April 2022, and if you have time, you can go through this document. Is available to download, and I have the link in the description if you are interested to. So I'm going to skip to the main takeaway of this report. The outlook of CPI inflation of Canada is higher than previously projected, and the inflation is expected to be averaging just below 6% throughout the first half of 2022 and remain well above the control range, and it should be steadily declining to about 2.5% in second half of 2023 and to the 2% target in 2024. At least that is what they expected. And the main takeaway here is the labor market condition in Canada, and employment and participation rates are near or about their pre-pandemic levels, and the unemployment rate is at record low. So overall, the Canadian economy is moving into excess demand. Of course, however, the higher interest will be moderately spending and gradually reducing the excess demand in the Canadian economy. Alongside an easing of supply challenges, high immigration level will be a solid recovery in business investment are expected to support strong potential output growth. So to conclude this video, here is my final opinion. A disclaimer, this is solely my view, but these are the two major factors that lead me to believe the Toronto real estate market will remain strong for the next few years. The most important reason is immigration. I'm sure you've seen and read several headlines stating that Toronto is allowing record level of immigrations and that this trend will continue for the next 2 years. There will always be demands. Although not all immigrants will buy properties, they will all require house to stay though. Housing demand exists regardless of whether it is for rent or purchase. Someone must own a unit before it may be rented. And the next reason was the monetary policy report from Bank of Canada. As I point out, the key takeaway which Canadian economy continues to grow strongly because it is boosted by the removal of public health restrictions, solid foreign demand, and higher commodity prices. Labor market conditions in Canada are tight. Employment and participation rates are near above pre-pandemic levels, and the unemployment rate is at record low. All these things are happening right now, and these aren't just someone's personal thoughts and opinion. The real estate market certainly could tank for the next months, but the real estate market could make an impact again for the people that was waiting on the sideline before the rate hike come again in June. I hope you have a better understanding at a deeper micro level from the beginning of the video and of the more general real estate going onward. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. And as always, if you are ready to craft the opportunity and see what is out there now, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find my contact information in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.